Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from around the world. We're right here on Talk Friday, Talk Friday, Talk Friday, Talk Therapy Live on Good Friday.
It is Good Friday
It's a Good
and
Friday.
Talk Friday too.
Yeah.
Talk Therapy Live, where it's all the way live with
It's
your
all
host,
the way live.
Kimberly B.
Yeah.
Here with the grand host, also Bishop.
All right.
What?
Keep going. I want to hear you say
The
it.
Honorable
They'll
Bishop
believe you if you say it.
Marvin C. Bozeman.
It is I. It is I. I'm glad to be here.
Yes, of the Assembly of Faith Church.
Yes, you know it.
Yes.
Glad to be here.
Well, you are listening to a Go Chip Foundation Station.
Foundation Station.
Foundation Station.
Think about that. We're the foundation of the Black community. What about that?
I like it.
Yes, we are. That's what we are.
I like
That's
it.
what we are.
Oh, what a revelation.
Hey, it used to be a time if we didn't give the information, nobody received it correctly.
Well, here we are.
Now we get it.
Yeah, all about the community.
Hey.
All about power to the people.
Power to the people, for sure. For sure.
Well, again, you're listening to a Go Chip Communication Foundation Station.
Foundation Station.
98.5 FM.
FM.
This is Talk Therapy Live, and it's being sponsored by the A1 Transportation Company, who specializes in special needs transportation and also medical transportation. Serving Columbus for how long?
About 10 years.
All right,
10
now
years.
That's good. That's really good business.
Wonderful company.
Right there.
Hey, if you're listening today and you would like to call in, or you can comment, of course, by way of Facebook, but you can call in today at 614-824-2139.
2139.
That sounds like an old number of mine. I'm trying to remember.
Lord and mercy.
2139.
Don't.
If I say that too many times, my cousin will play that.
Okay. Oh,
he's a 2139.
Don't say it again, then.
I'm just telling you.
Okay.
He would.
Mary Stevenson is here. Good morning to
I won't
you.
say his name, but he would.
All right, but we ain't gonna say that number. But yeah, if you all want to call in, definitely do that. But we are here today. It is such an honor and a pleasure to be here. First of all, I do want to give condolences to our friends who are burying their son, the airman, Tyler.
Simmons.
Simmons.
Tyler Simmons, the Milo and Cheryl. So
our
prayers
the major
and thoughts
sergeant.
are definitely with them today. For sure.
Yeah, much prayer. All right, y'all.
So you are owner operator of Healthy Emotes.
Healthy Emotes Counseling Services.
Yes. So I'm glad to be here and be a part of Healthy Emotes and be able to receive some of this talk therapy today.
Yes.
I need it.
That's what I'm here for.
You see me sweating, though.
You can get it anytime.
Come on now.
You can get it anytime.
Watch your mouth now. Let's stay right. Stay right.
I'm talking about therapy.
I saw that look in your eye.
I'm talking about mental
You had
health
a look in
therapy.
your eye.
Mental health therapy.
And I'm familiar with that look. That's why I started sweating like real bad now.
Y'all help. Y'all praying.
I'm telling you.
Pray, because okay.
It's true.
All right, so let's get started.
Let's get it.
All right, so today it's called Fluky Friday. Anytime we have Fluky Friday, it's random topics. We can talk about whatever is on your mind. So the question is, what's on your mind today?
Yeah.
You can call in, you can ask a question, you can post a question.
Yes.
We can talk about whatever you all want to talk about. All right. So it's just going to be random. It's going to be fluky, y'all.
Fluky. I got it.
All right. You got something you want to propose today?
I would like to talk about summer vacation.
Summer vacation.
Yeah. What would be the ideal place for someone to take a summer vacation? Think about it like this. Think about it. If it's you and me, where would we go? Or you, me, and all the children? Would it be a different place?
It would definitely be a different place.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Well, we had a blast when we went to Florida with the family and
the
kids. You know, they have wonderful beaches there.
Yeah.
You know,
clear water.
Clear water.
Yeah.
Yes. And those storms come out of nowhere, don't they?
Out of nowhere suddenly.
Yes.
Too much like life.
Right. And we're panicking, you know, like, we need to get out here. And then the people who live there, they're just like,
it'll pass over.
Right.
Ooh, you preach that one.
Well.
Storms come suddenly, but they'll soon pass over.
You better preach that. Hey, go ahead. You got 5 minutes.
5 whole minutes?
Go ahead.
You know, that's a long time.
Yeah.
5 whole minutes.
You got it. Go.
It's
okay, so you got your topic. What you want to say?
My Lord, I just said it.
Say it again.
Yeah, the storm is passing over.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
But you know, when we get away by ourselves, we like to go to the cabins.
For sure.
You know, up in the Smoky Mountains.
Where you can see nothing.
But the bears.
At night.
Right? Yes.
For sure.
Remember when the bear was in your truck?
I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's nice, but you know, you really have to plan and decide where you want to go. But I really feel like because we all work so hard that we all deserve a vacation and quarterly if possible.
For sure.
Yes. All right. We got a caller on air. Go ahead, caller.
Well, good morning to you. How are you?
It's whatever you want it to be, okay? That is an excellent question. And I'm so glad that you proposed that question because a lot of us will try to do that. But I'm trying to tell, and I say it all the time, and I know y'all probably just hear me be like, okay, that's one of her cliches. Whatever you don't address, you give power to exist. And this is why I tell or I recommend for people who are grieving to grieve on purpose, have that worry time, have a time where you sit with yourself and you allow those emotions to come up. Because what your body is doing, your body is really giving you what you need, although the timing may be off. So you can be in traffic, you can be around people, and this wave of emotions can come up with you because your body is trying to tell you you have not processed this. You know, so you need to take time with yourself. But, you know, it's okay. And I know we don't want to break down crying in front of people and all of that, you know, but when you get to, you know, a space where you can think about it, where you can process it, that's certainly what you should do. Because those waves, they may not go away completely. You know, but they'll get better. You'll be able to handle them better.
I know something you always say is that your body keeps the score. You know, it's an emotional score that your body keeps. And we try our best to control those emotions, but we're not always successful.
That's right.
So to me, when it happens, it happens. And it happens to me, you know, quite often, you know, out of nowhere, and my grandparents will cross my mind, and in that moment, I'll do what I need to do, you know, but it's not long. It's not a sad thing, but it's something that's, you know, always there, you know. So I'm not sad, but it's kind of like happy tears. Or
because we try to move individuals who are grieving from bad grief to good grief.
I got you.
So what do you think about your thoughts?
For sure.
You know. So caller, does that answer your question?
Right. Right. Yeah.
Exactly. Because and I am Kimberly, the therapist of Healthy Emotes Counseling. All right. 614-669-5115.
You threw that in real quick. You too. Thanks for calling.
Thank you for calling in. I believe we have another caller online. Okay.
Now that was a wonderful question. You know, a lot of people deal with grief, really don't know how to deal with it, or we may think that it's a certain time that it should be dealt with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But grief is grief, but it goes from, the grieving, the sad place, as I stated, to a place of good grief.
Yes.
Because
and some people are afraid of the good grief because they have this this thinking error that they should not be happy.
Yeah.
They don't deserve to be happy. Their loved one is gone on. What am I doing? Laughing and enjoying life. So they have this sense of guilt.
If you had a real relationship with them, there are more laughable moments, I'm sure.
And they want you to be happy.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Right. So I'm pretty sure that your loved one does not want you living a life of depression,
for sure,
and grief. They really want you to be happy.
Yeah.
But we have to learn how to be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yeah. Laughter is medicine.
It is medicine.
And
tears is medicine to you also.
Got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So either one, there's no shame in crying about it. Your body is giving you what you need to heal.
For sure.
Yeah. So addressing those issues. Again, Fluky Friday, y'all call in with your questions or propose your questions on there. But again, the caller was calling in talking about the grief process and how he knows that he needs to grieve, but there, because of the stigma, he didn't want to come in and talk to a therapist. All right. That the only thing
it will get you. I can go past the house over there and walk up the driveway and see Dad on the porch with a hot cup of coffee.
Am I sitting beside him?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, you're still with me in the flesh. I ain't seen you.
Well, I was always sitting on the
yet.
porch with him drinking coffee.
I know, but he don't went on.
I know.
He don't went on.
I was his coffee companion.
That is true. I see you in the flesh. You understand?
Okay.
If I see you on the porch with him, I mean, you don't went on too.
Okay, all right.
But no, really, and you have those moments. I'll sit there for a moment and just say, "Hey, Dad, I love you, Dad." Something like that. I'll say, because I'm really feeling that at the moment.
Absolutely. So, I still pick up my dad's pictures today, and we'll kiss the picture, hug the picture, whatever. I mean, it never goes.
Never.
It never goes away. It just kind of gets better.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's going to be there.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be there. Yeah. But I'm just recommending that you don't run from it.
Yeah.
Don't run from the waves. Yeah. Embrace the waves. The waves are there to introduce themselves. Like you have a wave of guilt. You have a wave of anger. You got a wave of depression. You have a wave of resentment. Whatever that wave is, let's sit down and let's talk about, let's process it so you can get that out of you.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful.
Yes. Correa is here.
Hey,
Mom is here. Alex is here. What's y'all's question? What's on your mind today?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have one. So,
you don't want to go on vacation. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah. Did we not process that?
We didn't go. We ain't go nowhere. You ain't say where you wanted to go.
Okay.
You want to go Bexley?
What?
Cincinnati? Where you want to go?
No.
Well, talk to me. Where you want to go?
And I'm just stalling because I was thinking about Hawaii, but they just had all those. What did they have? Hurricanes.
Yeah,
and
someplace else too. I think we're supposed to travel to, and it ain't time yet.
Yeah. So I'm good. I'm good.
We want to make sure we can go and come back.
Right.
Yeah.
We're not trying to get. And then the airports. Okay, are they getting paid now? Are the workers getting paid?
I think he signed it into.
Because that is horrendous. Like, I don't want to fly anywhere and wait in line for about 6 hours.
For sure.
That's utterly ridiculous.
But we will be in a car.
Yeah, wherever we go, huh?
Yeah, a car. If you're overseas, we're gonna put that car on a boat. We're gonna find somebody.
Oh, we're gonna get on a boat. Did y'all? Okay, I got witnesses.
I was
we got witnesses.
I was ad-libbing.
Y'all.
I was ad-libbing. I've been trying to feel the
I've
air.
been trying to go on a cruise. This brother right here. Right. This brother right here talking about he can't swim.
I didn't say that. I said I can't swim that long. I said I can walk longer. I can walk long on a bad leg.
But guess who's God of the ocean and God of the boat, God of the sea?
Yes.
Guess who that is? The same one that's the same God that's over your vehicle.
My Lord.
And that's probably riskier anyway, the way these people drive.
Yeah.
My Lord today.
Yes.
All right, we got a question.
Yeah, thank God.
How do you end a relationship that has run its course? It's not toxic, but it's over. And how do you deal with the emotions that come with that?
Wow.
So long, bye bye.
That song came to mind. It did. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Yeah.
It seems like to me that the feeling is mutual from the way the question was stated. It seems like it's mutual. And you kind of go with that. Doesn't mean you hate anyone. It's a mutual, hey, thanks for the however short or however long the ride was.
Mm-hmm.
And, if I see you, I'll be cordial.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like that.
Have that adult conversation.
For sure. Yeah.
Because this is not working. Mm-hmm. It seems like, we've been forcing it to happen. And if you have to force it to happen, then it's not the relationship for you.
For sure.
Good relationships are those that function organically.
Yeah.
It just comes together.
If love doesn't come easy.
Right. You know what I mean?
That's rough.
Yeah. So having that conversation, like, like you said, I appreciate the times that we have had together. However, I just think it's best if we go our own separate ways.
For sure,
and the emotions that come with that is going to happen because now you may fall out of love or whatever, but you still have a soul tie. Mm-hmm. Soul ties do not always come by way of sex.
Gotcha.
It can come by just being in close proximity with people for a long period of time.
Eating popcorn out the same bowl.
Right, exactly. Sure. And that is actually part of the grief process because you're taking a loss. You're taking a loss of a intimate partner relationship. You're taking a loss of a friendship. But again, deal with your emotions. Now, your emotions don't come up to tell you to try to reconnect. All right. If you have made a informed decision as to why this relationship cannot and will not work, stick with that and learn how to move on, or else it's going to be a vicious cycle.
Right. Yeah. Good answer. That second part of it is really what struck me, the emotional side of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's a whole different story. So a lot of time people will stay for that reason.
Yes.
But it's about making, I would say, an informed decision.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? How to handle it, because you're going to feel those emotions. They're going to come up. So great.
Yeah, but we have to adult ourselves or parent ourselves.
Yeah.
We are entitled to make the best decision for our lives. Mm-hmm. And what happens a lot of times, we make decisions based off of pleasing the other person. Well, I don't want to hurt their feelings, and I know that I spent so much time with them. Now they're, it's like we're tied together or whatever. They're dependent upon me. But you have to make decisions based on your life. Y'all hear me say all the time, you're the captain of your ship, and everybody that you're with don't mean that they're your soulmate. They may not be your soulmate. They may be there for you to impart something in them or for them to impart something into you. Don't mean that you're supposed to be together forever.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Yeah, great. What about relationships that are not on that level anymore? Is it possible? I will say, is it possible? Some people do it, but to remain friends with someone who you were once a lover with. I don't know how people do that, but some people do it.
Sometimes you're better friends than you are.
I've never understood that.
Yeah.
Not if we done
because there's two
played house and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how we.
Now it'll be hard, very difficult for the mate that comes after them. Like, okay, y'all good friends, but y'all used to be together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they may ask for you to end that relationship.
That ain't.
Once you know someone in an intimate way, Who wants their partner to be with someone like that?
Yeah.
But it happens. It happens all the time.
Exactly. Yeah. They open for every function, family function, dinner.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Yeah. And that's something that you and your new partner really, really have to talk about and talk about, what is it worth? What is it worth you still holding on to that friendship versus gaining a new relationship?
Yeah, for sure. Ooh, this is Fluky Friday. Now check this out, because sometimes we just watched on one of the shows that the boyfriend or girlfriend will be real close to the family, but break up with them, but still remain with the family.
Right. Oh man.
You know what I mean?
Y'all,
still coming over mama's house.
Right, because oh Lord have mercy. So what happens is that the children per se will get into these relationships, and they're in the relationships for a long time. Now they become like family. So they call your mama, mom, hey dad, you know what I mean? So because the intimacy or the intimate partner relationship splits up, then the other people still have a relationship with them. So it just muddies the water. How do you think parents should handle that?
Hey, I think it should probably, again, be an adult conversation with that other person. And hey, you guys are not together. And especially if he or she has another girlfriend or boyfriend, it's probably not the best that you come around. You know what I mean? So if I see you out, hey, I'm still mom if you want me to be, or I'm still dad if you want me to be. But as far as you coming over regularly with my son's new girlfriend or wife,
or even having a conversation with your child to see how does that bother you? How would that bother you if your girlfriend, your ex-girlfriend comes over for Thanksgiving?
No.
You know what I mean? So you really have to think about how your child feels too.
Yeah, they ain't gonna happen. But that's all no. All those no's.
So there has to be clarity. There has to be clarity.
I see exactly what you're saying.
Because now that this other individual who's been around for 5-10 years, we're like family.
Yeah, and they need to move on too.
Yes.
And find another family. You know what I mean?
I mean, it sounds harsh, but this is the reality of it. It happens all the time. And a lot of times they just show up. Now your child is feeling some kind of way.
Find another family, right? So, okay, now I'm your boyfriend, right? I'm your boyfriend, and we happen to run into your ex's parents, and you greet with, hey mom, hey dad, and I'm standing there like, hey mom, hey dad,
right?
No, you probably need to cut that off. Well, who was that? Oh, that's my ex's. We still communicate, and that's mom and dad. No.
That's how. That's why. Listen, y'all, another one of Kim's cliches. If it's important enough to bother you, it's important enough to discuss, because now you have to see, what is it worth to continue to hold on to the old? What is it worth to you to continue? Are you forfeiting the new for hanging on to the old? So you have to have
hey baby, this should have been my no, we ain't doing that.
Because it wasn't, and it didn't happen. So here you are. So we're gonna live in the moment.
Yeah, you know how people do.
Yes. So again, this is why so many couples have like superficial conversations with each other. They talk about basketball and football, and the weather and stuff like that, but they don't really talk about deep things, like what's important to them. Especially surrounding all of this. So do you feel like females should settle in a relationship just because they're lonely?
Never. Never settle. You'll be so mad at you later when better comes along.
But I mean, the settling they have companionship. They get to go out and eat. Okay. You know what I mean? So are there any?
I don't think you should settle, because you use the word settle. I think you should choose to, okay, I'm going to go out with Henry and we're going to get something to eat. You know what I mean? That's my choice to do. I'm not going to settle, but he want to take me out right now, and why would I turn down a good meal?
Mm-hmm. So what I hear you saying, and y'all please chime in.
But Henry, no, this is it. I can pay for my own food too.
Okay, I got you. What I hear you saying is that to make it plain.
Yes.
Make it plain that, I'm not interested in a long-term relationship, or I'm not interested
in a love relationship with you. So up front, we're just going to be friends.
But you can fall in love though.
If you do, then you do. But hopefully y'all do together. So if one start talking about I love you, but hey, I love you like a brother. I love you like a sister. So let's get that clear. I love you like a pair of shoes.
But oh Lord, what?
I'm serious. You have to make that be known up front.
All right. And what do you guys think? Yeah. What do you think? Because what I hear you saying is to set your expectations out front. I'm not looking for anything. Yeah. However, I will go out with, we're just friends. Yeah. Just friends.
Yes. And that needs to be understood.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. Because
however,
what's the song say back in the day? Fooled around and fell in love.
Yeah, because however, one of them, you may say that, and the other one may agree, but
it comes with boundaries, though. Listen. It comes with boundaries. If you know that you are settling, this is not really, who I've been praying for. I know off the rip, this is probably not my soulmate. But I still want to go out. I still want to, have fun or whatever. Yeah. You must set your boundaries.
Yeah, for sure.
Seriously. Yeah. And you have to respect your boundaries, because again, anytime you're around someone often, and you're in close proximity, things happen.
Yeah. I don't think now that I'm older, I look at things a little differently. I don't think you necessarily fall in love. I think you actually find love. I think you find it. I think each of you find it at that same time.
How so?
And then from that love seems to grow in different areas of your relationship. But I think you both find it at the same time.
You think so?
I do.
So what about?
I'm going out here on a limb. I could be wrong.
No, I'm not saying right or wrong. I'm just trying to understand what you're saying. Yeah. So fall in love to me is we really weren't setting out for this, but we found ourselves falling in love with each other just because I'm attracted to you. I'm feeling you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So help me.
I think when you find love, and it's by the both of you, it's just there. It's not something that you have to fall into. You recognize it immediately, or the love that you have been, I guess you can say, looking for. Not necessarily looking for. Say like for when I met you, right? I found love. I think we fell in different areas of our lives, relationship, in love, later. But I found it when I met you. So it was like I wasn't even searching, but I found it. And I knew that I found it. So we had that.
Do you think that you can find it and fall into it?
Yes, most definitely. I believe that you find it, and you begin to fall in love in different areas of your life as you share together. Yes.
This is good talk.
It is.
This is it. And again, this is Talk Therapy Live, y'all. And I want you to know that we are sponsored by the A1 Transportation company, specializing in special needs transportation and medical transportation. serving Columbus for over 10 years.
10 years.
Their phone number
Yes.
is 614-929-5687. I'll say it again, 614-929-5687 or 614-592-1205. That's A1 Transportation, y'all.
A1
This
Transportation.
is Talk Therapy Live, where
Yes.
it is all,
It's all
the way live. And again,
Yeah.
we're talking about,
Yeah.
falling in love
Mhm.
and falling and just finding love.
And finding
I
love.
know we found love.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
found love at the same time.
At the same
but
time.
I think that's unique. I don't think that's something that happens.
I think it happens
lot.
more than what we know. It's just not articulated probably in the right way. Because some people say, I don't believe you can just, find love like that or fall in love with somebody so fast.
Well, let me ask
love is incredible.
Yes.
So you can fall in love very quickly and not be infatuated. You know what I mean? With the idea of being in a relationship with this person. You can fall in love very quickly. And sometimes it takes others to fall in love a little slower pace. You know what I mean? Maybe you're trying to be a little too careful because of past relationships or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just some people love the idea of being in love.
That is true.
And it doesn't take them long to fall in love.
Right, that is true. But my thing is,
you don't have to have a whole lot in to fall in love with the person. Is what we can become together, what we can make of life together.
So true. Yes. And there's a lot that goes into that. I'm thinking about what love really is.
Yeah. Well, they say love at first sight. Some people really believe in that.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm one of the ones that believe in it.
We know that happened for us.
I'm one of the ones that believe in it.
But I don't know if I would recommend. I would recommend to people, period, is to take your time.
Yeah.
To take your time.
Yeah.
I mean, because a lot of times we fall in love and it's no holds barred. We let all our walls down and we do not know this individual.
Even if you find it, you must fall in it slowly.
Function and wisdom.
Yeah.
Seriously,
sure.
Still take your time.
Slow your roll.
Because you could fall in love with a mass murderer. I'm just saying we don't know that person, but I feel like I love them. So we need to take our time and find out,
definitely.
Who we have.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this question.
That's good. I like that.
Should you divorce if you fall out of love? Or how some people, you marry somebody that's a certain weight, or they gain a lot of weight and you fall out of love. Do you think that you should divorce?
It depends on how shallow you are.
Well.
You sound like a very shallow person if you fall out of love because of what you now see. Or what you have is what you have. You know what I mean? It was what is it?
You go from a 1 to a 0.
A Coca-Cola bottle. Now it's a Cheerio or an egg. I mean, if you're that shallow to just fall in love with your eyes, then you'll probably end up being a lonely person.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
Man, we're going to drop the mic right there. Drop the mic.
And
just
if you
knock
want to
it
get
over.
a divorce, it might be better for the person that you're divorcing. Because you're that shallow.
Wow. So what about for instance, if you just find yourself, you don't connect with the person anymore, you find that you have nothing in common anymore, and we just fell out of love. Do you think they should divorce?
I think they should do what's best for each other, whatever that may be. You know, if you fell out, you can fall back.
Yes, absolutely.
So
because somewhere along the way you've disconnected.
Yeah.
You've lost each other. There is a reason why you all came together in the first place.
For sure.
But because of longevity and life, and you all have your own separate dreams and aspirations, you start growing apart. You know what I mean? And you lose each other in the process. So my thing is divorce is not always the number one thing. That should not be the default.
I think if that happens, there was poor communication in the beginning. If that happens, because when you do come together, hey, this is what I plan to do. Well, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Right. And it's that support factor. Are you going to support me in mine? And then over the next 5 years, I'll support you in yours. Or
yes.
if just poor communication in the beginning, I think you're running to that
yes
later.
yes and those are one of the building blocks for a healthy relationship is effective communication, learning how to talk to each other. If you don't have that as a foundation, you're not going to make it.
But now we find ourselves trying to compete, and that should never be.
Right.
You know what I mean? What each of us are doing is to make our household better. You know what I mean? So it's just communicating. You know, hey, if you guys still want to call in, you can call in by calling 614-824-2139. Give us a call today with your Fluky
Friday question. Yes. All right, question on the floor. How do women who are desperately looking for marriage, husband, that cannot find it, yet try not to idolize or obsess over it? I know this is a common problem for believers.
Try not to be so desperate. I think you answered it in your question. Desperately. Try not to be so desperate. It'll happen when it happens.
It will happen when it happens, but occupy your mind. Do something else. As long as you're looking for it, you probably will not find it.
Men do not like desperate women. We do not like desperate women at all.
I've heard that so many times, even in session, because men are different than women. Men were built really to be the chasers. They weren't meant to be chased. You know what I mean? But we've taken that away. We talked last week about creating these men without chests. It's the same thing. They want to be the hunters. Let them hunt. You know, but I would say, ladies, occupy yourself. Start working on yourself. You know, whether if you want to go back to school, that's a positive distraction, because you're not thinking about a man, and you're not thinking about being lonely. You're not thinking about what you don't have. Your mind is occupied and is focused on something else. Take up a sewing class or
something more exciting, skydiving. You know, something like that. No, ain't nobody knitting, baby.
I said sewing, and I said sewing on purpose because our daughters today, most of them don't know how to sew a button on a shirt. They can't hem a pair of pants if their life depended on it. They probably can't hem the pants with their little tape.
That's true. I like that little tape.
I like the tape too.
I like the tape.
It is good. But we have to learn how to do other things.
That is true.
You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, instead of
count your blessings, though. You can go when you want. You don't have to tell nobody when you're going, or I'm come back and they're upset because you come back 5 minutes late.
Right.
Count your blessings, you know, at the same time. But when it happens, I believe, just be ready for it.
Yes.
Because we have to be complete individuals before we hook up with anybody.
That's right.
So
you
it's
should
not that,
be.
hey, you complete me. I need to be that already.
Yeah.
I need to be complete.
Ideally, absolutely, because you don't want to continue to bring baggage into existing or a relationship. You know, you want to bring old stuff into your new.
But I understand her question too, because you're dealing with you know, those that are within the Christian faith, and is what we want to do. We want to honor God. We know that marriage is honorable. You know what I mean? And you may feel like you're a certain age and you can't find the man that you're looking for.
But being single, living for Jesus is honorable too.
It is. However, they done read somewhere it's better to marry than to burn. And they burning, they on fire. They on fire right now. They trying to find a husband for some, but I do understand what they're saying, because at some point, I believe every woman wants to bear children. Every woman wants to have a family.
Don't say every.
I mean? What's that?
Don't say every woman.
Well,
most, perhaps.
Yeah, perhaps. But they do want that. You know what I mean? So it's gonna, you know, it's how it is. But I understand her.
All right. So Jill says, in being single, it's nice to have your own space.
Yes.
Do you do you and enjoy you first. Yeah,
True.
absolutely.
That is true.
And that's why I always say
Yeah.
two of the best relationships you can have while here in the earth realm, relationship you have with self and the relationship that you have with God.
Yes.
You know,
sure.
that there's nothing wrong with enjoying yourself and being with yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
And you're dealing with a younger Christian woman versus an older Christian woman. You know what I mean? I think it's looked at differently. You know what I mean? But you have to be complete within yourself first.
Yes.
I do believe.
And I would definitely go back
and
to.
until then, as you said, do you.
Yeah.
It's okay to date. You're not bound to one person, but you have to be responsible and wise while you're doing it.
Yeah. And I have to go back to like my daddy always said, occupy till I come.
Yes.
Find something else to do. Have you a positive distraction. Because if you don't, you are always going to ruminate on what you do not have.
Got you.
So I got a good question.
You have a good one. Let's hear.
All right. And y'all please chime in on this. All right. Should parents put a child in their will if they do not get along?
Should a parent put a child?
Should a parent put a child in their will if they don't get along? If they don't have a relationship while they're living, or if they know that their child.
Why would you?
I don't know.
Why would you? Because
or if they know that their child is not responsible, should you put a child in the will?
If you're not responsible while I'm alive. You know, I mean, really, we don't talk, we don't see each other. You know, probably not for some. You know, probably not for some. And I think it'll be understood by the child or children that are not in the will. They're probably not looking forward to.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
You know,
I don't know. What do you all think?
Good question.
Should a parent put a child in their will if they do not get along?
If you're treating me nasty while I'm alive, and then when I leave, you come to the table talking about where's mine?
Right. It happens though. This is why I'm asking the question.
That's a materialistic individual. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not for me. Probably not for me.
Okay, Jill says, yes, why would you? I'm not, LOL.
Yeah, I mean, really. Or you can write a nice letter.
You know
what we could have had, what should have been.
You know your child ain't looking for no letter.
Well, a text message. I mean, really, come on now.
Well, what can the child say after the fact you're gone?
Yeah. Oh, they gonna say a lot.
She said, you should have been better to me.
True. I'm
Now this is real talk, y'all.
For sure.
It's real talk because what happens a lot is that the child know they were not anywhere around. They knew that they didn't take care of mama. They didn't take care of daddy. They were whatever, but they will come looking. They have a sense of entitlement.
Exactly.
A sense of entitlement. And oftentimes parents feel pressured or manipulated into putting this child in the will anyway.
Right. That is true.
Alice says, I wouldn't, but would leave it up to the other children if whether or not they want to share.
Well, I think the other children may feel sorry for whoever.
Maybe, or they may be like, now you know you don't deserve nothing.
And be like, first of all, you don't really hang around mom and daddy, so now you're hanging around me. And you're hanging around me for what?
Yeah.
You know.
Right, but then it puts pressure on the other children too. You know what I mean? Because they know that the other child was not around, and they already know. And now here I am enjoying all this stuff that mom and daddy left behind, and you didn't. But they created that. Jill says, we don't owe our children, just like they don't owe us. We don't owe them anything but to love them. All right.
Now the Bible said, you reading another?
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. Janelle says the truest of feelings comes out when a person dies.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Amen to that. What a word.
Yeah, that is
this
true.
This is what Proverbs 13:22 said. It says a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children.
To the grandbabies.
So really everything should be left to the grandchildren and not the children. To your children's children. So we want to leave things to our immediate children, but it's the children's children.
So hopefully
it's where the inheritance falls.
Hopefully, if there's enough inheritance you leave to your children, it can take care of their children. I don't know.
I just read the scripture to you. I mean, you can
interpret
turn it around if you want. But really, so I mean, that's just the way it reads. We become, accustomed to with wills, and people talk about leaving a legacy, and leave that legacy for your children, but leave the inheritance to the children's children.
Wow. And what's so strange is that your children, sometimes they care about legacies. Yeah. And some they may talk about it.
That's one of the newest overrated words I've been hearing over the past maybe 5 years.
And why do you say it's overrated?
It's very overrated because it's something that I think has been taken from the world, and we now use it a lot in our conversations. Mm-hmm. Those of us that are Christian or whatever.
Because what actually is a legacy?
Around, it's just leaving, I guess, the best part of yourself with.
The best parts
of yourself. No, legacy, like music, and not most. A lot of children don't like to, or they could care less at times what their parents did. Mm-hmm. They don't want to follow in the family tradition. Mm-hmm. Like dad was a doctor. Well, I don't want to be a doctor. I want to be a sanitation worker. Mm-hmm. Or I just want to freelance out here and whatever happens. Yeah. No, the legacy to me is following in the pattern, in the path that has been set before you. Continue on the legacy.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
That's how I look at it.
That's good. Dr. Owen says, I would leave something. It would be my last expression of love, even if it's a small portion. That's good. That's good because regardless of how your children treat you, leave something. You still love them and you want the best for them. Yeah. So you don't know if not leaving them something would I don't want to say push them further.
You know what they're gonna say? They'll never be grateful for the sacrifices you made for them.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And they'll say something like, "Well, the only thing they did do was leave me such and such."
Because you didn't deserve that.
I mean, I'm just telling you.
Leave your note. Leave your note. You didn't deserve this, but I'm leaving it.
Leave a nice letter over. I'm sorry, we could not have the. Mm-hmm. Whatever you were so, whatever. But I don't think I would. I don't think I would leave anything that. I don't think I would do that if it was money.
Maybe something of sentimental value. Perhaps
that wouldn't. They want money. Right. If it's honestly, if it's a relationship like we're stating, they would want money more than anything.
Yeah.
Or if it's a car, a nice car, they would want that.
Right. That is true.
And money.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Other than that, you can keep your tie, you can keep your cufflinks.
Right. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, because I know there's one family and the mother was trying to leave the son the father's watch. And he was like, he looked at that, he's like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah. And to me, type of person I am, that's more meaningful to me.
Right. There's sentimental value.
That's just me, so
We're going to take some of these questions, but again, we want you to know that Talk Therapy Live is being sponsored today by A1 Transportation.
A1.
Specializing in special needs and medical transportation, serving Columbus for over 10 years.
Over 10 years.
Their number is 614-929-5687. Let's take some of these questions.
They're getting it done out here. Thank you, A1.
Craig says, also inheritance doesn't just mean material things.
Yes.
Could could be a journal of godly messages we create, like Elder talked about in Bible study.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Amen. They don't want that.
I was going to say
I'm telling you, they don't want that.
Especially the ones that you don't have a relationship with,
they don't want
and
that.
they didn't come around or whatever.
They sitting there listening for how much. I'm telling you, they sitting there listening for how much.
All right, Janelle says it's used out of context now.
For sure, it is.
Scripture. Yeah. All righty. Jill says people say and keep nice things. However, these kids get your things you cherish, but don't care about none of it. They just want money.
Yeah.
Ask yourself, what do they really deserve?
That's true.
Y'all better come on now.
That's true.
Yeah, save
money,
and keep. Right. She says people save and keep nice things. That's so true. And then you give it to them and that is in the trash or they can't find it. That's good stuff. All right, Correa says, but if we look at Jesus and Judas, Judas left his promised inheritance because of betrayal.
Yes.
Girl. Even after Jesus attempted to rekindle their relationship just before his death.
How about that?
Come on.
That's good stuff. Go ahead, girl.
That'll preach right there. Mm-hmm. He sure did. And that's what happened. It's just like the prodigal son. He left all his inheritance. I'm glad he woke up and made some sense.
Well, he came to his senses. With him.
Mm-hmm.
But Daddy had more left for him, though. But he took it and spent it all.
But he knew how to go back and reconcile while his daddy was living, and because he did, there was more of where that came from.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
But he could have just cut himself off.
He could
completely.
He felt so bad. He's like, it's cold out here. I'm hungry out here.
Yeah.
Let me go on back home.
Huh? Seriously.
and humble too.
Yeah. So if you are a child out here and you know that you have mistreated and you've mishandled your parents, you have abandoned them because of whatever excuse. And let me just say right here that parents are not perfect. Parents are human beings who are prone to error and make mistakes. They're not perfect, but nonetheless, they are your parents. Yes. And I would just recommend to have some forgiveness. And after you have forgiveness, move on to reconciliation while they're here, because you can't do that when they're gone.
Yeah, I think we have to be careful as children not to be so harsh in our judgment towards our parents. Mm-hmm. Right? I always like to say, and I find myself telling others, is if they have children, just be careful, because you have children.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So you have to be careful what you say, or how your parents wasn't. Well, life will have a way where you can't show up to every basketball game.
Right.
Right. You can't attend the cheerleading practices, or things happen in life where now your children are saying, well, you weren't here for whatever.
Yes.
So we have to be careful how we tend to judge our parents. Well, think about, did you eat? Were you clothed? I know it's a responsibility of the parents, but was the heating gas on?
Right.
All that kind of stuff.
And sometimes, keeping it 100, some people will say, no, the gas has been off, the electric has been off. Yeah. There were some days that we did not eat, but then you have to go back and really, really look at the situation. And your parents may have been on drugs, or perhaps your parents did not have the coping skills that we have now. And maybe they were more reactive than anything. You know what I mean? So we certainly have to extend grace to them, because we don't know how their parents treated them. We don't know how they were raised.
Yeah. And they may be a better parent to your children.
Yes,
than they were,
because now they've learned, they've
know
grown,
more.
They know more now. They know more now. They're more adaptive now. They have coping skills now.
For sure.
So while you were being raised,
people grow.
grow,
People
change,
grow up.
and
Yes,
evolve.
for sure.
Yeah. So essentially, we all do the best we can, providing the situation that is on hand at that time. Now, you may be cracked out or whatever, and you're leaving your kids at home. That is no way to be. And you are a very irresponsible parent. But at the same time, as we grow, we have to understand, why was mama on crack? What was she really dealing with?
What happened and all of that.
Yes.
As you grow, but a good parent will always come back and apologize.
That's right. That's right.
They will always come, even though damage has been done, they will always come back and apologize.
And as they should, they should.
Yeah.
But we don't want to walk through life pointing a finger,
No.
Saying I am this way because of this person. It's not your fault, but it's your responsibility at this time in your life to become the person that you want to become.
Right.
So if you are left out of the will, you already know why. You already know why.
Sure. Yeah.
So this has been really, really good. I do hear the music. What time is it? Oh, it is.
A few more minutes
it
until he come in. We keep talking.
Right.
What's
Okay.
the question? Did you just hit one?
Let me see. Correa says they don't want it, but they're going to get a copy. Ain't getting my money. Yes, because it's all about relationships. It's not even about blood, because sometimes in your will, you want to leave someone.
Jesus said,
you want to leave something to someone who loved you.
Are those who do the will of my Father.
Do the will of the Lord. Sometimes you're closer to people than you are your own blood.
So you better be in that will.
It's your will. You can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, it's your will.
Do what you want to do.
Yeah, if I want to leave you something, I will. if I
will. All right, y'all. This has been another episode of Talk Therapy Live, where it's all the way live. Sponsored by the A1 Transportation Company, specializing in special needs and medical transportation.
Yes.
Phone number 614-929-5687. Talk Therapy Live, where you get a good blend of therapy and the word. All right. We love y'all. See you next time.
Take care.